What's cooking good looking? Today we are gonna talk about our good old friend. How is Xavi Simons doing section is on air. Looks like he's not doing very well lately. Last time we talked about Simons being in a good shape in friendly matches during the preseason at PSG. However, he still couldn't find a place in the main team. Despite the fact that Mauricio Pochettino was pleased with him, Simons will have to spend some more time in the academy performing for U19 team. There are too many professionals gathered for the starting 11, though the issues with Xavi's contract have not yet been resolved. Is this the beginning of the end of his PSG career? Let's figure it out now. But first, we are waiting for you to press the like button under this video. Every like of yours is a huge gratitude for our work. Don't skimp on likes, friends. And of course, subscribe if you are not with us yet. According to the newspaper Le Parisien, despite an excellent preseason with the first team, Xavi Simons was sent back to the U19 squad. Besides, another amazing talent of the Academy of the Parisians went to the youth team together with him, the attacking midfielder Edouard Michaud. Nothing seemed wrong during preseason training, as Xavi did well on the pitch. A goal plus an assist against Le Mans and another goal against Chambly. The guy showed how he got stronger over the past year. He was not given much playing time, but he used it as best as he could. Here it is, the recipe for getting into the main team, right? Well, it turned out not to be the case. After Lionel Messi joined PSG, Xavi posted an archive photo with his idol on his Instagram and wrote, "Dreams come true." Simons clearly hoped that he would be able to play along with Messi, receiving and giving some passes, maybe even getting a chance to score from his assist. But this dream has been postponed for an indefinite period. By the way, it's likely that Mauricio Pochettino decided to abandon Xavi Simons and other young pupils of PSG because of the arrival of Messi. There are too many stars in the team and positions on the pitch became highly competitive, so Xavi sorely lacked playing experience at the professional level. Where can you get it if you don't play, you may ask? And you will be right. But for Pochettino, it's now more important to solve the problem with the lineup, which of the stars must be sent to the pitch and who are not, and how to win trophies with this Parisian Hollywood. Yeah, not just a bunch of domestic trophies, but at least the Champions League. Imagine Mauricio Pochettino's headache, and he would also have to think of Xavi Simons, figuring out how to fit him there. Initially, it seemed that Pochettino was just the coach who would brilliantly arrange the working process with the youngsters of the club and would implement them into the team's schemes. Unfortunately for them, throughout this transfer window, PSG signed a large number of players, to the point that the club's bench is overwhelmed with them. How did Xavi react to this decision of the boss? It seems that he is ready to prove that he deserves a place in the main team one more time. By the way, in a recent fixture, he already managed to give 2 assists and announced the matter on Twitter, adding minutes to the tank. That's the way Xavi captioned the photos. It seems that he decided to be patient, counting to prove to the coaches that he is still a top-notch player and can shine like any of the stars at PSG. As for that moment, at least he has the ability to constantly play without losing his shape. At the main team though, he would certainly just sit on the bench. It's funny that Xavi moved to PSG thinking that it would be easier to play there. There will be no such stars as in Barcelona. In this club, the peoples are treated better than in the camp of Blaugranas, he thought. But in the end, Xavi, at the age of 18, will still play against his peers and get himself gorgeous statistics in unimportant games. Will Pochettino notice Xavi in case he turns on his superb performance mode again? Maybe, but the chances are quite slim. If any of the club's midfielders have problems, then Simons may have a chance. But it still needs to be used wisely in order for the kid to establish himself. In the last video, we predicted that Xavi would be included more often in the squad for the Ligue 1 or French Cup fixtures. But now we are doubting that prediction. Moreover, nothing is clear with the extension of the contract. Yes, you've heard it right. Xavi Simons hasn't yet renewed his contract with PSG, although it expires in less than a year. At the moment, there is no information on the recent negotiations. The last news on that topic was back in June this year. PSG was tearing apart the transfer market all summer, signing more and more new footballers. But the extension of their own amazing players is still an elephant in a room. He's a talent with still huge untapped potential. How can such a player be put aside? Only if you have a dozen same talented but already very experienced players. Maybe Xavi has no intention to renew the contract because he is not satisfied with his situation at the club. Well, that seems to be the option to consider. Many PSG fans on Twitter are unhappy with the state of affairs. The situation may end up like with Eric Garcia. Another PSG supporter said, in Man City, Eric Garcia worked out his contract to the end and then returned to Barcelona for free. Alright, maybe… wait, what? Is it still possible? Let's have a look at it in order, because such an option cannot be ruled out for sure. In Barcelona, there were already talks on the Catalans being excited to return Xavi Simons, but only if he comes back for free. Interestingly enough, the player is not renewing this contract, which will end in June 2022. That means the option with the return of Simons to Barcelona, in theory, is probable. Barcelona would be happy to bring Xavi Simons back for free, as well as give him the opportunity to progress in the main squad. Things are not going well for the club after Messi's departure. And that's if we put things mildly. The club is facing a complete financial disaster. It's possible of Xavi being promised an easier path to the lineup when he signed a contract with PSG, but every month, the situation only got worse. He has started to finally reveal his magnificent talent, thanks to which he could break into the main team, but now the Parisian club is just a competitive battleground. Don't you agree? Someone can put spikes in the wheels of this transfer. For example, signing bonus for an agent. Barcelona president Joan Laporta was horrified after finding out how much money was spent on transfers by the management of Josep Bartomeu. We found disproportionate payments to intermediaries who were not even agents. It cost us 40 million euros. For purchases, we paid an additional 8 million euros. For sales, we paid 2 million. One person was paid 8 million euros to find players in South America, Laporta noted at a recent press conference. Mino Raiola, known for his greed for commissions, remains Simons' agent. But at the same time, Raiola has a pretty good relationship with Joan Laporta, so that they can agree on some acceptable amount for the Blaugranas. Then Simons could indeed return to Barcelona for free next summer. This story would certainly be very beautiful to witness. Paradoxically, the move to Barcelona gives Xavi Simons much more opportunities to play for the Blaugrana's active roster. While the Dutchman Ronald Koeman, his compatriot, is managing the team, young talents are allowed to try themselves in the club. The pupils of the club are all involved in the game. Simons would definitely fit in, get a lot more playing time, and progress in the main team. In a season, 18-year-old Pedri became a stable starting 11 player. Ansu Fati has been performing for Barca from the age of 16, and now he's returning after injury and will wear a number 10 after Leo Messi. Alex Moriba could also develop to the first team if he didn't want a cosmic amount of money and not be sold to Leipzig. In general, there are many positive examples for Xavi Simons, and he may well be seriously considering returning to Barcelona. The main thing now is the attitude of PSG. Will the Parisian club will also fight for their prodigy, who has almost grown up and is knocking on the first team's door? Or will Barcelona still take its pupil back and use him properly? The season can unfold in any way. The situation of Xavi Simons must be monitored very closely. Shall we do it together? Then subscribe to our channel and follow the release of new videos. Well, it was Inside Football. We watch football from a different angle. Have a nice one, and see you in a bit.